Hello, my name is Gabriel. I'm here to tell you about my romantic comedy short, Vampiric Date. After a woman matches with someone anonymously online, she ends up going on a date with a vampire. A woman is sitting at a booth in a diner. She is currently waiting for her date, whom she matched online anonymously, to arrive. She doesn't know what the date looks like, but nevertheless, she is excited because she's never been on a date before, let alone anonymously. The date arrives, and something seems off about this date. Unlike most of the people that the woman has seen in her life, the date looks pale, is currently wearing a trench coat, and has a top hat in the middle of September. The date arrives to the booth that the woman is sitting in, and the date sits down in the seats opposite to her. They introduce themselves. The date talks about herself, and the woman talks about herself. They chat for a little bit, and then the date asks if she can put her hat on the seat. The woman obliges, and of course, the woman takes off her hat and puts it on the seat. And that's when we come to the stunning realization that the date is a vampire. The woman is shocked, but the vampire is a bit naive at the shocked expression, not knowing that the woman was not expecting to be dating a vampire. Nevertheless, the woman still tries to make some small talk, and of course, the vampire also makes some small talk with her as well. They both start chatting it up, they talk about their livelihoods. The vampire date talks about her job, what she does for a living, and the fact that she's a vampire. And the woman does the same, except not the part where, she's obviously not a vampire. They both chat for a while, and then they also get some drinks, and then they get some food, and then they share a nice dessert. Once they're done, they leave the diner, and then they talk about how the date went, how the food was good, and all that stuff. But then the vampire decides to do something with the woman. So the vampire takes the woman to the side of the diner and then proceeds to push her on the wall. The woman is a little bit more frightened now than she was before during the date. Nevertheless, the vampire leans in closer and closer and closer. The woman closes her eyes and turns her head, praying to God that, she doesn't get killed by this vampire beast. But then the vampire kisses the woman. The woman is confused. But then the vampire says, "Don't worry, I'm full." And then she swiftly runs away from the woman and turns the corner to the front of the diner. The woman starts going after the vampire, only to realize that the vampire is gone. The woman is confused, but ultimately was happy that the date went surprisingly well, and she goes back to her car. Thank you for your consideration.